Hi guys, this is Frank here with Build Your Own, and you know what? It's Saturday, so that means I'm here at the World of Speed. This is the original Portland, Oregon Cars and Coffee. It's actually located in Wilsonville, Oregon, but it is the original Portland Cars and Coffee. So whether you live in Portland or all the way down in Salem, this is where you want to be on Saturday morning if you love cars and you want to check out super hot cars. I just got here a little bit late, but you know what? I don't mind arriving late because that means all the sweet cars are already here. Let's get started. Speaking of sweet cars, here's a Mercedes 500e. Nice car. Nice car. That's a Mercedes 500e, friends. That's nice. Look at this sweet little Thunderbird. It certainly doesn't have an original motor in it. Whatever it is got in it, it's not original. Look at this thing. GMC Rebel. It's gorgeous. Beautiful. Looks all original. The paint is gorgeous. This camera of mine probably doesn't do it any justice. Let's look under that motor. Ooh, looks good under there. Like it a lot. When I was a kid, I loved Lotus Esprits. There's a couple of them here, and I haven't been up close to a Lotus Esprit. Maybe never. It's been a really long time, if at all. This thing is low to the ground. Look at it in there with the wood dash and, you know, the 4-speed or 5-speed gearbox with all that leather pouch around it. It's pretty cool. Look at the back end of this thing. It's got just a little 4-cylinder engine in it. And I think, well, they eventually went to a V8, but the S4S had 300 horsepower. This might be an S4S, and it's really nice. Look at all the motor on this Mustang. Shelby, what is this, GT 500? That's really nice. It's got a lot of engine. Probably more engine than most people can probably handle. It's a beautiful car though. Gorgeous Recaro seats in there. It's got the 6-speed transmission. Looks like it's got an aftermarket stereo in there. It looks like it probably has some kind of navigation. The wheels are huge. They're huge and they fill up that wheel well really nice. Looks like it's got a Borla exhaust on there. It's a nice car. I bet you this thing sounds all kinds of beautiful. I'm not much of a Subaru guy, but if I do like Subarus, they're normally these WRXs. This one's got that huge wing on it, and it's pretty cool. This Subaru looks like it's definitely got some kind of aftermarket exhaust on it. It's probably lowered, surely, and probably tuned. Here's the front end of it. It's actually a nice little car. It's a nice little car. Speaking of Subarus, here's a Subaru Brz. I've actually did a build and price review on this car, so I will put a link up if you're interested in it in the corner right now. It's nice inside, this little Subaru Brz. This is the interior. Looks to be black and red, some kind of Alcantara. Yeah, suede. There's definitely some suede on the dashboard too. Little pure sports car for sure. It's sitting here next to that Lotus, which is sitting next to that Subaru that I was looking at. And this one's got a nice little stance on it. It's got pretty little STI wheels on it. It looks really good. Got a big old wing. It's a nice looking car. Now here's a nice car. This is a Ferrari California. Now this car is an automatic, and I heard that when Ferrari came out with this car, sales to women went up because A, it's gorgeous, and B, it's an automatic. Wow, that's a power folding hardtop too, FYI, if you didn't know. Here's the inside of that bad boy. Smells gorgeous in here. Yeah, there's the transmission, which is push button, says auto, reverse, and PS, which I don't really know what that means. If you know, let me know in the comments. Nice car. I like it. Beautiful GT car. Classic. Long nose, short back end. It's a nice car. I should have got this car last week. I think I saw it. This looks like a little Volvo. I'm not exactly sure what model it is. I know it's a Volvo. It is clean and custom and beautiful. I mean, this paint is gorgeous. The interior in this thing is really nice. Look at that. It's beautiful in here. It's super trick. Got the little European license plate on it. This is the front end of it. Nice little car. Don't know what model it is, but it's pretty cool. So a nice gentleman just let me know where to find what kind of Volvo this is. This is a 122S, I guess. Look at this. This is a 2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia. I was just talking to the owner. He loves this thing. He says everything on this is custom. It's a beautiful car. It's in a shade of white. I'm not sure what color it is. I actually did a build and price review on an Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, which this vehicle is. Actually, I did a review on all the Alfas. And so if you're interested in that, I'll put a link up in my corner, or in the corner right now. Yeah, it looks really good. Right in my neighborhood, there's one I see driving down the street like this all the time. So look at this. Here's another Ferrari California. I was telling you that they had convertible hardtop. There's not just one here at Wilsonville World of Speed. There's actually two of them. And like I said, this is original Portland Cars and Coffee. It is a good one today too, a good one. Right next to that convertible Ferrari California is this beautiful 66 Nova in this dark shade of blue with this gorgeous interior. Looks like it's got some kind of air suspension on there too. It's very, very, very nice. It's got a lot of motor under it. It's really low to the ground. It's gorgeous. Like it. Look under there, it says Nova SS on the aluminum. And the engine, gotta look in this engine bay because it's just really nice in here. Just really nice in here. This guy even put a plaque out on his 66 Chevy Nova Super Sport. He loves this car, this guy. Look at this Mustang. I don't know what year it is, but it's just looking classic old school Mustang, like something I'd see when I was in high school. It's got a clean paint job. It's an automatic. It's got this little GT Grant steering wheel. And I keep seeing these things for this car show. I might have to look into that. This one just looks like a really fun driver. Looks like a really fun driver. So sitting next to that Mustang is this Audi SQ5. This is a really nice little SUV. I actually did a build and price on the SQ5 as well. If you're interested in that, I'll put a link up right now. But now we get a chance to actually get up and close and personal and look in the interior. This one's got that car show thing too. Maybe they just asked everybody to put one in their car. I don't know, because so far everybody's got one in their car. But here's the nice Audi SQ5. It's got the big 21-inch wheels on there too, and a super aggressive front end. It's a nice looking SUV. I think it is similar to the Porsche Macan, or however you pronounce that, which I also did a build and price review on that, and I'll put a link up to that as well. Look at this thing with the LED headlights, this Challenger SRT, very, very custom, with the LED lights moving all around. He's got all this, it's probably faux carbon fiber, but it's all finished under here, under the engine compartment, and it looks really cool. Look at all that, the reflection, little mirror under there. This is a nice car. Big Alcoa wheels, right? This guy's Challenger. It's pretty nice. Let me step out so you can actually see a better shot of it. It's got a Hemi in it. It's nice. If it's an SRT, yeah, it's got the 6.1 liter Hemi. I don't know how much horsepower that puts down, but it probably sounds really good. Now look at this. This car is a Hande 911 twin turbo. It's a 17. It's gorgeous. Look at it in here. I was just talking to the owner. This car came from the Porsche experience, and it basically spent its first part of its life on a track. It's gorgeous in here. It's nice. If you got to get around and get to the grocery store or something, here's a way to do it right there. I can't come to a Cars and Coffee without talking about Corvettes, because I love Corvettes. I miss mine a lot. Maybe one day I might have another one. Here's a nice little red one, a little Stingray, right? In red, looking very nice. Parked next to this blue Z06 that's looking, well, a lot more aggressive. It's got a lot of kick going on in here. What does it look like in here? This one's got an automatic. Yeah, it's not too bad. It must be a 3LT if it's got the heads-up display in there. That's pretty nice. Or maybe that comes as an option on a 2LT. Who knows? At any rate, it's got these beautiful wheels. That gorgeous spoiler. I forgot it. Did they call that like a gurney spoiler or something like that? I don't remember the name of it. And it's got that nice quad tip exhaust down there too. Here's a cool car. If you know Magnum PI, then you know the Ferrari 328, or was it called the 308? Might be a 308. Let's find out. Yeah, it's the 308, not the 328. The 328s came in the later 80s. I think when they first came out, they were 308s. This is what you would call an affordable Ferrari. And here's what an affordable Ferrari looks like inside. It's got a little patina. That's a good word. It's got a little patina in there. It's super hot though. It's super hot. They're not the fastest ones, but they sure are sexy. I like it. A better shot from the back. It's parked next to this this Cara that I saw just last week, so we're not going to even talk about it, but I just saw this car last week. Ferrari is parked next to this really cool El Camino. This thing's huge, actually. It's very big. It's very big. It's got a big old truck bed in there. It's got these huge Traeger wheels on it. It's got the bench seat. It's actually really clean in here. It's super nice in there. Let's see what it looks like under the hood. I don't know what size motor that is, but it's a 396. If that is true, in fact, it is a 396. It's a nice car. It's parked next to, well, last week we saw a bunch of Audi R8s, and here's an Audi R8 that it's parked next to. Let's catch a shot of that Audi R8's engine bay. Looks pretty good. And the interior in these Audis are, wow, they're gorgeous. This diamond quilt stitching that Audi does on many of their cars is just amazing. And look, you can even see the carbon fiber inlay right there. Here's a beautiful car. This is an original BMW M3. This has got to be like a 1988 to 1992, somewhere around there. Gorgeous. I remember seeing one of these going down the highway in Chicago, and it was fast. These came with several different motors. I know about that because I looked into them. I know the best one came with what they call the Evolution 3 motor. I don't know if this one has it, but this one's got a lot of love into it. I can tell you that. I haven't seen the owner and haven't talked to him, but you can be sure that this car has loved. Look at this thing. It's a Mercury Cyclone. You never know what you're gonna find out here at this Portland Cars and Coffee, right? Like I said, this is the original Portland Cars and Coffee here in Wilsonville. Nice interior. There's that flyer again. Yeah, I guess that was mandatory this week. You had to put one in your car. This one's nice. I mean, for what it is a long old boat. I don't know what kind of motor it has in it or anything like that, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool for an old car. It's actually parked next to that that M3. Here's a gorgeous car. This looks to be a basically new Mercedes Sl65 Amg with the carbon fiber wing. It's got its top down today. It's got the big, beautiful AMG wheels on it. This is a gorgeous car. It's got the carbon fiber exterior package. It too has its own version of diamond quilting, and it is nice. And you know, if you watch my channel, and if you don't, I suggest that you subscribe. I'm getting ready to make a point here. Ooh, look at that green Porsche over there. Do you see that? It's nice. At any rate, I was always wondering how the Alcantara wears, and it doesn't look like it wears too good. This car doesn't even look old, and it doesn't look like that Alcantara wears too good. That's what I was always wondering about on the channel when I would build and price cars. It came with the Alcantara on the steering wheel. I'd always question that. And now, well, we can see that it doesn't wear too good. And this is a very expensive car. And yeah, and that steering wheel doesn't look that great. They're going to be replacing that steering wheel for sure. Look at that Roush Mustang on its way out. Too bad I missed it. Very cool car. Here's a nice little Porsche 911. This says RS on the wheels. Yeah, it's a nice one. RS America. Yeah, I was actually almost thinking that. This is a nice one. I'm just doing a quick little walk around. I think I'm getting partial to these little things. It's pretty cute and sexy. Here's a Grand Sport Corvette. I love these things. Now this is a Corvette after my own heart right here. Nice little automatic, 400 horsepower-ish, somewhere around there. It's got all the basically the aggressive suspension and all that of the Z06. It's got the wider body and the bigger wheels. It's a nice car. Now this one looks to be a 3LT as well, because, well, there's the heads up. Remember I mentioned a Porsche Macan being similar to the Audi SQ5? There's one driving off in the distance right there. Another vehicle that's starting to grow on me are these Mustangs. Look at this GT350 just looking all kinds of tasty. There's another one sitting right next to it.
Yeah, I've seen some
in black. Now this might be a GT350R, I don't know, because the wing is different than this one. So these might be two GT350s, one being an R and then one being the street going version. And then right behind those two is this little blue one. This one's also a GT350. I think this is the street going version. Oh, you know what? I did a build and price on both, the GT350 and the GT350R. I'm going to put a link up in the corner to both of those right now. I've done a lot of cars. I love cars. This one is really nice. I want to finish walking around this thing because not so many people are standing around this one. Those other ones, people are just all over those. This is a very, very, very nice car. Very, very nice car. This would have that 6-speed transmission in it. Yeah, it does. Can you see in there? I don't know if you can or not. Maybe not. Maybe you just see a reflection. So I still haven't walked away from these GT350s. And you know what? Yeah, this black one right here with the different wing, this is the R. I did have it right. This is the GT350R. That blue one that's back here that these guys are now checking out, that one is just a regular GT350, as is this burgundy one. That doesn't detract from those with these cars because they're hot one way or the other. But one's a little more racier, and that would be that black one right there. Here's this little Corvette tucked all the way over in the back of the lot. This little Z06. It's gray, it's low, it's older. It's got some race buckets in there. It even has the fire suppression system. Somebody goes probably racing with this one, or autocrossing or something, or they just want to look the part. It's got a tow hook in the back. This is a nice little car. That's all business, huh? You think it's as fast as those GT350s? Maybe. Looks like this gentleman's getting ready to pack up, but this is a Cadillac Xlr, and these are cool. This was basically a Corvette before the CTS V, really. Oh, what do we have here lurking over in the corner? The one over here on the right is that black Callaway Corvette that I saw just last week, parked next to another Corvette, probably more regular, but still nicely optioned. I'm surprised how many Corvettes I see optioned with the heads-up display. Very, very, very nice. Two black beauties sitting in the corner, but this Callaway is just gnarly, this thing. There's some fast automobiles out here today. These little Targa 911 Porsches are after my own heart too. I like these in addition to Corvettes. The reality is I like everything, almost. This is nice. These are the kind of cars though, boy, you buy one of these and you just gotta sink everything into them. They just keep needing more and more, but you keep doing it because, well, you just love them. This is a cool little car, surely all original, and nice, I like it. Wow, look at this old Ford F-150 in brown. Long bed, it's sweet. I wish I was driving this home. This is a nice little truck. I like this truck a lot. It's clean. They've waxed it, put some armor all on it. It's pretty cool. Let's look inside. Oh yeah. Smells old in there, but a good kind. You know, that patina. You know what I'm talking about. If you're a car person, you know what I'm talking about. Look at the engine. It's got some headers on there. I bet you it runs fairly good. It's real clean in here. I like this car, or this truck, a lot. F-150. I don't know. It's got to be a 70s. It's very, 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 very cool. This orange Lexus F-Sport Rc 350 in orange. That's pretty interesting. I'm not really a Lexus person, but I do like them. This one's nice. It's got some niche wheels on there, some aftermarket wheels on it. That looks pretty cool. It's next to a SRT red eye, because it says red on the license plate. Must be a red eye, is it? Yeah, Dodge Demon red eye. That's pretty nice in there. Probably can't see the interior very well. It's nice. It's really, really nice. Got a wide body on it. It's a beautiful vehicle. For those of you who like Volkswagen Beetles, I had a hardtop once, wasn't a fan. This one looks to be a very nice one. Looks to be a Wolfsburg edition. How do I know that? Just because that steering wheel has that icon there, and I think that means it's a Wolfsburg edition. It's a 4-speed. It's real clean though. It's super clean for what it is. I'm not a Volkswagen Beetle guy, but this one's really, really clean. It's really, really clean. I'm sure the owner just enjoys cruising around in it. Look at this International Scout. It is, whoo, beautiful. Beautiful. White with the orange. Let's look inside here. International Harvester. It's nice. It's super nice, huh? Let's get a little quick walk around. I haven't seen this one. I'm on a back part of the lot I hadn't seen before. You know what? Next week I need to, or the next time I get here, I need to get here earlier, because it seems like people get here and they almost take off as fast as they get here. I'm just talking about cars. This vehicle is surely not even in the Cars and Coffee, but it's some shade of brown, and it's a 2500. I did a building price on the Ram 2500 HD. I'm gonna put a link up. This one's really nice, big, huge truck. Take it up. All the space on this in that parking space. It's actually hanging out. It's so big. It's got the extended side mirrors for towing. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's got an aftermarket exhaust. This thing's tuned. We know it's tuned because look at the size of that. It could just be a tip, but I don't think it is just a tip. That exhaust looks really big under there. Okay, now I'm normally not into these little cars, but I was walking across the lot and I knew it was a Toyota Celica, but I remember these Toyota Celicas from back in the day. This is a right-hand driver, so this is a looks to be an imported, very special, very done-out one. But what I noticed from across the lot was that hood scoop. And I remember they made one that was called a Toyota Celica All-Track Turbo from back in the day. And I bet you these are it. This is this gray one here that is very, very nice. And then there's this white one that's done to a lesser degree, but looks more standard. That hood scoop on this white one looks more like a Toyota Celica All-Track Turbo. That's what caught my eye from across the parking lot. Cool, interesting cars. And that's why I'm out here. I just love cars. And here's two cool ones. I don't remember the name of this, but that might be called a Jeep Willys, maybe? It's not the most attractive thing, but yeah, it's out here at Cars and Coffee. We got those Ferraris leaving too, off in the distance. You see them. Now both the tops are down. I'm sure they know each other. They're part of probably the Ferrari club or something like that. Okay, so this is a Hande Velociter. I don't know what year it is, but I did a build and price review on one of these too. TOO as in also, so I'll put a link up in the corner. But I remember sitting in one of these at the Portland Auto Show, and I was pleasantly surprised. This is a fun little car. This is a cool little car, and so that's why I was just taking a moment to mention it. Like I said, I love all cars. All cars can be unique and special and cool. Look at this 69 Mustang in some shade of powder blue. I don't know what the deal is with that. It's got a 302 in it. It's real nice, super clean. A driver. Let's look inside the interior. It's actually sitting next to another Lotus. We had looked at another Lotus earlier, but I wanted to talk about this one because this one's interesting. I told you they have 4-cylinder engines. Here's a shot of the 4-cylinder engine in the back, and I guess this is what you do with one of those floaty tube things. You use it to hold up the back of your engine bay. So yeah, this is a older Lotus than the one that we looked at. This one's probably like an 88. You could pick this one up for a nice price, but the whole deal is that interior doesn't wear very well in there. You probably can't see it very well, but it doesn't wear very well in there. Other than that, it's a super cool car though. I love the look of them. They are very wedgie shaped and cool. Yeah, it's about that time. Everybody's going home. You got to get here early. Here's a first generation Corvette. I had seen it earlier. I think it's a 1961. It's real nice, classic red with the white. I don't know what you call that little cove that's in there. Nice car. As I hear the suspension squeaking and creaking, probably original. Here's a cool old car coming up. I don't know what kind you call these, but they're cool. But yeah, so I'm gonna wrap this video up. Cars and Coffee. I'm gonna try to get down here regularly. If you like Cars and Coffee but you're not able to get down here, you should subscribe to my channel because I'm gonna try to get down here. See, it says Portland Cars and Coffee. I told you. Even though it's in Wilsonville, Oregon, Portland Cars and Coffee is the original. It's the original. So whether you live in Portland or you live in Salem, this is where you want to be. Everybody's going to be getting ready to go home now. We get a few drive-bys. Here's a nice little Z06 Corvette. Looking pretty nice. Is that a 3LT? Yep, it's a 3LT. I called it. Those ones with the heads-up displays, man, those are 3LTs. He's cruising, having a good day. All right, let's wrap it up with this little Mustang GT350R. It's a honey, that thing. It is a honey, that car. I like it a lot. All right, guys, that's it. You know what? I'm wrapping it up. I'm headed home. That's the world of speed, cars and coffee. I'll be here again. Make sure you subscribe. If you like the video, share it, subscribe, watch the channel.